We have mechanical attachment of our liner.
When I walk through this garden, I feel like it's Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid backyard.
Wind-blown debris is an issue, but it also brings a lot of shade. We use Tennessee fieldstone for this project.
I thought I would start at the massage chair and this beautiful outdoor living space. So it's incredible to see how people are living the aquascape lifestyle all over the world down here in Orlando, Florida with a Florida Puddle Pro shop. All right, a very eclectic but super cool backyard. I just got here and I feel like I never want to leave because the homeowners actually created this. It was a labor of love. They got married 6 years ago, and 5 years ago they started building this. And you're gonna see what is unique about their Aquascape ecosystem pond that they hired Florida Puddle pros down here in Orlando to actually create. This is their sanctuary that they come to every morning for coffee and every evening for cocktails. And look at how cool that is. They have a koi window to see all of their fish with a wetland filter, a waterfalls. They've actually got 8 separate waterfalls on here.
So with this project, at the point of installation, these plants were just starting to get some maturity to it. The garden has changed some. We had a hurricane that took a large tree down that was in there. But this project was originally going to incorporate these steps. And we have a viewing window here that you may notice that wasn't in the original scope of work. So through this intake bay, in pond, constructed wetland, raised waterfall element, there was a moment where last minute decision was made to have this be an interaction zone. And at that point, I described to the client, this is an opportunity that doesn't happen often. What if we consider putting a window in because you have this unique cove? And so that was one of the elements that came in. I reached out to another local contractor that gave me some insight on a window. So I have jetting that comes up, one on each side. That helps eliminate the growth that is going to occur. Fortunate for this pond, wind-blown debris is an issue, but it also brings a lot of shade. I've got an SLD 2-5 and an AquaSurge 2-4. The 2-5 is running the jetting and the waterfall. The 2-4 is running the wetland. The clients have been very, very involved in the planting side of the equation. You can tell that this pond at 2 years old is matured quite well. Access to the pond was a little cumbersome on this project because of the space in which we were entering. Quite unique, this border. We have mechanical attachment of our liner around the entire feature where you see those pilings. The wetland itself is 10 aqua blocks. The snorkel is up on the back side. There is also a bottom drain on this feature. Not a bottom drain, I'm sorry, but a relief drain underneath the liner. And so right next to the snorkel, we have the access for that. There's a sump pump, and that came in handy because at one point in time, there was a hurricane and this whole thing was flooded. The driveway, all of it. The wood that was brought in with the mindset of diversity. So elements like that log on the far side. We use Tennessee fieldstone for this project. That stone is nice to work with. It has a lot of character. And upon doing this project, this walkway and this area here wasn't the case. So we were able to get our machine in and out, and our staging was actually quite nice. So we didn't use the front access because we had all this this access back here. Another unique element to how this all came together for the client, but ultimately what happened, they purchased the backyard of their neighbor's property, which gave them this expanded opportunity to have this garden. And with this garden, you end up with the destination of the pond being the destination. What an absolute paradise. This garden has such unique elements that just meander its way through, that just inspires anybody who wants to have a garden.
It's unbelievable for me that I could get to see how people have created their own paradises. He's actually calling this the greatest thing he's ever done. This is a CPA and his wife that actually did all of the labor here besides the pond themselves. And when I walk through this garden, I feel like it's Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid's backyard. This is just absolute paradise. I mean, could you not imagine? This is vacation. First of all, it's tropical. It's Orlando. I mean, look at these fern trees. Look at this bamboo that they have. This entire place was created by a couple themselves with a little bit of professional help from a certified aquascape kind of Puddle pros. But it's so eclectic. It's so unique. This is exactly why I enjoy traveling the globe and showcasing how people are living the aquascape lifestyle, because it's just cool things. Butterflies everywhere. Monarch butterflies coming in. And this was just grass when they got it. Look at that butterfly. How cool is that? And then I think the piece de resistance of this property as the pond guy is the pond. And how cool is it that they actually have their own little sunken area with a glass window, which is hard to do down here in Florida with all the sun, but they got all the shade from all of this bamboo. This is what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. They say every morning they have their coffee in these two chairs. Every evening they have their cocktails on these two chairs, and they will sit here for hours. Why would you not sit here when this is your backyard? Why would you need to go on vacation? My goal with my channel is to inspire people to live the aquascape lifestyle. I don't know how I could do a better job than that by just basically filming how people are currently doing that. Every time I go and visit one of these places, I'm amazed at seeing that every water feature is a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind creation. But when I'm walking by and I'm passing up a heart-shaped planting area with all this unique stuff with these cool plants, everyone's different, with butterflies flying around everywhere. Just awesome. And then the pathways. This is a 50 by 100 foot, so it's a pretty good sized lot, but it feels twice as big because of how there's so many elevations and shapes and twists and turns. You can't stand in one spot and see everything. But if you told me right now that I had to spend the rest of the day hanging out right here, listening to that sound, I love my job.